Here in Uganda, one of the challenges is with the orphaned children. Uganda has 2.6 million orphans, and we are about 27 million people in this country. So almost 10% of our national population are children without parents. I started with 3 children, then we had no beds, we had no mattresses, we had no bed sheets. Sometimes we drank hot water and went to bed because we didn't have food. And the Lord started providing and providing, and as He provided, I brought in more children and more children. So now we have 45 children, and 2 more, 3 came in yesterday, 2 more are coming in the next about 2 days, and God has always met us at the point of need. When I met Paul and he shared the heart of Live Connection, my first reaction was, I wonder whether that can happen in Uganda as well, because he said that they had a presence in South Africa. I encourage these people who manifest the gifting of God, plant them there, they begin serving the Lord, then Live Connection comes in to back us up. Since Live Connection hit Uganda, the lives of the pastors that have found partners has changed tremendously. We're talking about people who serve in communities where there is barely any source of income. They live on subsistence farming. They can only they produce just enough to feed their children and their families. They don't have enough to take their children to school. They don't have enough to even meet some of the basics in their households. So since they started benefiting, to give an example of Pastor Fred, before Live Connection started partnering with him, his children had been kicked out of school. He was in debt. He had debt with medical clinics because his children were sick and he couldn't afford to pay. So he was in a huge debt in regards to his setting of living. When Live Connection sent the 3-month support that they received, he was able to pay the debt for his children's education, put them back into school. This year, this last term in December, they were able to get school report cards, which they hadn't got for over a year. And they were able to go to the next level of class in their education. He was able to pay off the medical bills that he had. And so the clinic that had stopped treating his children resumed treating them. So now their lives have been changed. They can't lose children due to malaria, which can be treated with like $2 Australian. Now he can afford to take his children to hospital. Now he can afford to educate his children. He can afford to feed his children. And to me, that is amazing. I mean, he has seen God come through for him through the partnership with Live Connection. So Live Connection is kind of a booster. It doesn't create a dependence with the pastor thinking, oh, Live Connection will provide everything, but Live Connection boosts them to help them stay focused and be effective in the area of calling. But we want to partner with as many pastors as we can, so that, because when you partner with a leader, you have influence over the entire community. You support this one man, and this one man these churches have hundreds of people in them. So in actual sense, we are partnering with the thousands and thousands of people that these pastors are leading. So Live Connection, what we know is that it's going to take Ugandan rural pastors by storm. And what we need to do is, and that's what Live Connection has been, an answer to prayer. It is coming to join the harvest field together with the Lord so that we can harvest as many sheaves of subsistence pastors as possible. as the scripture says, how will they hear unless someone goes to them? How will they believe unless they hear? How will they be here unless someone goes to them? And that's the thing is, if you are a potential partner with a pastor, the thing is, you are like, your presence is here. You can't be here, but someone is doing the work here. In actual sense, you have a presence in Uganda. You are winning souls for the Lord. You are establishing the knowledge of Christ in the local communities in Africa. So you don't have to deal with all these other conditions, malaria and the dust and everything and the jungle setting. Someone is doing that. So what is actually happening is you are doing the work through a representative here in Uganda. You are part of advancing the kingdom.